Peace reflection. Come on in the room, y'all. I got a couple things I want to talk to y'all about today and show y'all really. I had to get my tissue and turn on my Wi-Fi because the house Wi-Fi be crazy sometimes. How y'all doing? But today I want to emphasize of giving back to nature and really explaining what nature is and the components of it and stuff, because everybody keep talking about Mother Nature, Mother Nature, Mother Nature, but they always leave the masculine part out, and I don't think that's cool. So right now I'm really gonna empty a pot for y'all. Really, I'm gonna find me a spot over here so I can really show and connect with y'all what it means to give back. You know what I mean? So I'm really about to empty the pot right now. Hold on. Let me find me a good spot where I can still get Wi-Fi. Okay. Right here is a good spot. So, excuse me if I pause a lot, y'all, because this is about to be a breeze. But a lot of people don't know what it means, or let alone know what it means, but let alone know how it feels to give back to nature, to be one with nature, because we were born and programmed into a society that's disconnected from what we truly are. So being the teacher that I am, you know, I want to take the time out to show y'all and bring y'all back into nature. Okay, hold on. Yeah. First of all, I just want, while I'm emptying the pot, I just want to let y'all, give y'all a brief description what it feels like to me every time I do this. Now, because of my husband, shout out to him, Master Teacher Tehuti. Y'all know he blocked on Facebook right now and YouTube on Melanation TV on YouTube. But y'all could go follow him on Instagram. All the links is on my page in the post. Y'all share those links so everybody can know where to find him when he goes live, when he do other lives. He is going to be going live on the other YouTube page. We have another YouTube page called Tehuti TV, and then the website fathertehuti.com. Y'all share those links up and y'all go subscribe to the new YouTube, and y'all go subscribe to the website so that y'all could start getting these downloads. Because you know, I think he blocked like 30 days on Facebook and then 90 on YouTube. So you know, the other YouTube and the website will give y'all an avenue to check out the downloads and stuff. So because of him, he encouraged me and guided me to being one with nature. And although it was something that was always on my heart to do, and always, you know, something that I really wanted to do, I just didn't know I didn't know what the next move was. I didn't know what was the next thing to do, because you know, they got a lot of people in Babylon right now that would love to come be in nature, that would love to be one with nature. And not even in the tropics, but where you are. You know, you have people right now that want to be connected to nature where they're at. And sometimes it's not sometimes, all the times, a lot of times it's hard, especially being in Babylon, to do that, because they programmed you to be disconnected. And when you do what I'm doing right now, like emptying the pot, they send you to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? They scrutinize you for it and shame you for it. And that's just, you know, that's something we're gonna have to get around. You know what I'm saying? So that's, and there's more scientific reasons why we came to the tropics, you know, because of the environment. This is our natural environment, you know, and it has the most efficient quality of all of the 4 elements, you know what I'm saying, here in the tropics. But not only that, is that we could be free in the tropics. Like you people out here, they have outhouses or whatever, and it's basically a hole in the ground. Like they dig a deep hole in the ground and then they put a toilet on top of the hole. So I mean, you still giving your pot back to the earth, but it's even more simpler than that. All you gotta do is just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people be like, well, you could dig a hole and da 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 da, but if we truly depend on nature and really, you know, look at nature for guidance, we'll watch all of the animal kingdom within nature, and we will never see one of them animals digging a hole for their pot. Like, nah, they gonna just drop it wherever they are, you know what I'm saying? But we respect the pathway, you know what I'm saying? We go out the way and we go to a place where nobody not stepping. But people just be doing the most. They take emptying the pot or like using the bathroom, as we were saying in Babylon, and they equate it to something private. They equate it to something that's like, oh my God, we need to be quiet. I need to be quiet when I go empty the pot because I don't want nobody to smell me or something like that. And really, your smell is just an indication that you're doing something wrong. But for the most part, we privatize it and we, you know, go behind the door about it. And that's not truly, you know, we're shaming the human function. We're shaming the human body when we do that. We do that with everything. So my experience just being able to be free, like, I'm really out in the open, really. But no, you know what I'm saying? It's so peaceful and we're so secluded to the point where I could just be a human. And that's all what we really want to do, right? We all just really want to be human, but we're not granted that because of the society that we're programmed to live in. But my experience giving my pot back, I remember one day, well, I've been giving my pot back because of my husband for maybe like in February it'll be a year. So every day that went by, I just feel so connected. Like, connected in a way that sometimes I can't even put, like, sometimes the words will come to me to say it, like, to explain how I feel connected. But then most times it's like, it's really truly an experience to be experienced by a person and realized by that person, for them to be able to give you an explanation or not even an explanation, just to feel it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just an amazing feeling. Like, sometimes it's overwhelming how connected I feel to the earth. One day I just cried because I'm like, my goodness, like, I look at what's going on in Babylon, and if anybody doesn't know, they do some messed up stuff with your urine and your pot. You know, they take your currency, that, because it is currency. They take your currency and then they use it for the lower self. So, and what they do with it in the lower self is that they use it to make methane gas to power these plants, power the factories, all of the factories that's making your food, processing your food, that's cleaning the water, you know what I'm saying? Or as they would think, cleaning the water. Got my biodegradable tissue, y'all. We don't leave the tissue out here. We actually throw it away in the you know what I'm saying, recycle it. But they take all of your currency and they, you know, they power the plants that's killing you with it, you know what I'm saying? And on top of the methane gas, they are breeding the cows, and cows are the number one thing as far as the methane and the carbon in the air. That's creating low levels of oxygen. So when you give your energy back to the system by constantly giving just by using a toilet alone, like, I'm not even talking about all of the other stuff that's contributing to your death. You're killing yourself, really. But I'm not, that's just alone, giving your currency back to them, back to the government alone is, you know, is creating the system, is giving energy to the system to be able to continue to thrive and continue to destroy the earth. You know how many pipelines and how many holes and they gotta dig and drill in the ground, and, you know, stuff that they messing up in the ground just so that you could use your toilet, and it don't even make sense because you could give it right back to the earth. And people don't realize that. People keep saying, well, as I grew up, people think that, and see, I want to show you on the slip, and I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying, because I'm finished now. You see, I did it right there. It's right there, and I'm gonna cover it up with some leaves. But they always say, or they made you grow up to believe that your pot is waste, or that your urine is waste, and that you can't use it no more, or it's not useful anymore because the human can't do nothing with it. But that's a lie. That's all the trickery to keep you in the depths of your lower self. Really, your pot, you know, we call it pot because when you have soil and you put it in a pot, and like our digestive system is breaking our pot down and stuff like that, and we basically call it the pot because, you know, our intestines are holding the soil like as you would put soil in a pot when you're trying to grow a seed or when you're trying to grow a plant. And so we call it the pot when we empty our pot. But they've made you believe that it comes out as soil. The bees, not the bees, you don't even get to see or get a chance to see how your pot is, or your soil is being broken down by the insects in your I'm gonna go over here. In your area, in your environment. The ants and the flies come first. The flies come and they're like, they stick to it like, yes, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna break this down. And then the ants come, and all of the insects that come, they come and they break your soil down for it to become back into actual soil. You see what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, if you're really in tune like I am, and you eat your fruit and you swallow your seed, you can literally grow whatever type of fruit that you were eating if you're that connected. You see what I'm saying? And my husband actually did it. He did that in Costa Rica, and that was amazing. That was astonishing to me because I was like, whoa. People are so unaware that you can actually grow your own fruit with your soil, and people will look at that as nasty, but it's really not. It's that you're so connected to the earth, you're connected with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like nature, you are nature. Like you give soil back, you give water back, just because it's like not something that you could drink like as you would drink river water doesn't mean that it's not water to something else. You see what I'm saying? These plants need water too, and we give back water, we give back air. You know what I'm saying? We give back earth, we give back water, we give back air, and we give back earth. You know what I'm saying? Well, all the elements, goddammit, you know what I'm talking about. We give it back. But we're set up to not, you know, we're set up to be disconnected, to give the elements to a system that's actually using the elements against us. So you really are connected with yourself when you come to nature. And it's a beautiful feeling, beautiful feeling. And not even from your own pot, but just to see somebody else grow a watermelon plant or a papaya tree or whatever it may be from their soil, it's like, wow. And then when you actually see that plant bear the fruit, and then you come and you take the fruit, it makes you like never want to not swallow a seed. You know, this is the easiest way to plant. It's through your body. You know, we were taught to put it in the ground and do all of this and do all of that. No, you just swallow the seed and you just give it back out your body and it grows. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with putting it in the ground, but I'm just saying we have to realize these things and start being connected with these things so that we can get back in touch with what we really are. You know what I'm saying? Be connected to who we really are, which are creators. You know, just because we created the seed, we created that plant that just came out, I probably created it all. So why not enjoy it? Why take it away from ourselves? And that's what we were designed to do. Destroy our creation, and it's retarded. I personally look out at nature, and I see myself a direct reflection of myself, because I know that for some reason I just got a connection. Like, I've always had a connection to nature. I based my whole life when I was in Babylon off of plants, and people couldn't understand me. They was like, plants? Are you serious? And I'm like, yo, you crazy if you don't fuck with plants. Like, you are alien to me if you weren't into plants or, doing something like that. But nothing in this world is free, and we are obviously, you know what I'm saying? Because Babylon, they got a lot of bad stuff about Babylon, but they have a lot of good lessons in Babylon as well. We just have to be consciously aware to get the lessons, to apply the lessons to our life. They got a lot of good lessons in Babylon. Babylon teaches a really good lesson that nothing is free in this world. You need money to buy everything. You need money to buy the food, everything, So with that aspect, we should take that aspect and apply it to our organic intelligence, our organic part of ourselves, and the organic life of a human, and be like, yo, it's not free. It costs my soil for the fruit that I'm eating, or for just energy borrowed anyway. It costs my urine. It costs my focus. You know what I'm saying? Your focus is cosmic. That's your cosmic currency as well. It causes my focus for me to be able to obtain and retain anything that I need, or that, or that I want. You see what I'm saying? So we always have to replicate or reciprocate a certain energy to be able to get whatever we need back. But if we're not, if we're reciprocating lower self energy, or something that's low vibrational, we're gonna get that exactly back. But if we're doing the opposite and reciprocating high vibrational frequency, you're gonna get it right back. You know what I'm saying? So nothing is free. You always have something to give. We as humans have stopped giving. We don't even know how to give no more. And if we do give, we are looking for something in return. And the key to giving is to give with an open heart, to give without season. I've gave so much to the point where it's like I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I was younger, because I had this complex within myself because of experiences that I had, and I was making the experience become me. I was becoming my experiences, and I held that against the world, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna give unless But as I got older, I was like, that's not the right way to, I innately knew that wasn't the right way to be. And I just started to give without season, and I started to get a lot back in return. And I started being more responsible for myself, and I started being more responsible for the earth. And when I started becoming more responsible for the earth saw that frequency and that vibration, and it gave me what I needed in the times that I needed it. We're responsible for everything on this planet. Babylon, when we are programmed by Babylon, it takes our responsibility away from us. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And it gives us mundane responsibility, like go to work and do this, and you have to eat like this, and responsibilities that don't really matter in life, responsibilities that actually kill you. But the real responsibility is taking care of yourself. And when you take care of yourself, you are taking care of everything else. Because if you understand that this is if you do understand that this is a holographic universe, you will understand that whatever is reflected outside of you is actually merely everything that's inside of you. So when I look out, as I got older, when I look out into the world, I'm like, always treated the other person how I wanted to be treated, especially from experiences I had. And I was like, I can't treat that person like that because I don't know. My life had been so like snapback. Like if I do in my life personally, if I did something to somebody, it'll come right back to me, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, and it'll teach me a lesson. Like I'm not talking about like years later. I'm talking about like a day or two later. It'll come right back on me, and I'll be like, man, I gotta fix how I'm treating other people, you know, at a young age. And so I started treating everybody how I would want to be treated, talking to people how I want to be talked to, and not even people, just my environment, the things around me, the earth. Like when I was coming up, I looked at the earth, and for some, like, I don't even know how I got like into the whole thing of noticing that the earth was messed up, or I just like kind of vibrated there. Like it just kind of vibrated. I vibrated to understanding that the earth was needed me, or you know, that's how I just felt. I felt like the earth needed me. So I started to do things for the earth. I got into this program where I would go to the program and I would plant a lot of trees and rain gardens and a whole bunch of stuff over my whole entire city. And it made me feel so good in the inside, like just working that hard on the earth to create nature back in a place where they didn't have nature made me feel so good. And that's all I want to do in my life, and that's all I dedicated myself to. Like I brought seeds home from plants that I had harvested from the job. You know, I gave plants away to people who needed food, who were vegetarians, because you know, people who are not vegetarians or vegan, they don't. But I gave food. I would even exchange fruit. Like one time this lady, I love henna, y'all. That's just something I really like. And this lady was doing henna tattoos, and I was like, I really want a henna tattoo. And I had a butternut squash. Butternut squash is my favorite, one of my favorite squashes. So I had one, and I had actually grew this by myself from the job that I was working at. And she was like, you don't really have to pay me money for the henna. You can just trade me something. And I was like, can I trade you 2 butternut squash? And she was like, yeah, I love butternut squash. And I'm like, oh my God. So it was perfect. I traded her 2 butternut squashes for henna. Like I traded the earth, you know what I'm saying? I traded it was dope. That was the dopest thing I ever experienced in my life. And I just started vibrating more towards the earth. I'm like, I just traded. Like fruit is currency. Especially being in the tropics out here, you have an abundance of fruit. You have an abundance of, everything. You have an abundance of oxygen. You have an abundance of water. You have the abundance of nature. So me being out here and I'm seeing all of this, I cannot take it for granted. I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to get every piece of carbon that's out, inside. I'm like, okay, next. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give every piece back because I cannot take this for granted, because where I came from, you know what I'm saying? They don't have fresh water where I came from. They don't have oxygen where I came from. They don't have fruit where I came from. So now being in the tropics and I see everything, I'm like, is bringing me into this space within myself that's like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at people crazy in the tropics because they're throwing fruit away. They're just, they just throw it away. And I'm like, what are you doing? They throwing 6 sourshops away, letting it fall. Like the trees will ripen the fruit, and then they'll drop on the ground and they'll leave it there, and then they won't even pick it up or nothing. They'll just let it ride. And I'm like, I'm just thinking in my mind, like, I guess because I'm a vegan or whatever, like we eat fruit a lot here, so it just baffled me, you know what I'm saying? They don't have the same diet that I have, so it just baffled me. I'm like, yo, you're crazy. Like, and just even then, like, people still shouldn't take it for granted, even if you do eat a different way, because what if one day you don't have the currency to go get me? Or what if you don't, what if all of the cows just be plagued with this certain type of disease to the point where you can't even eat it no more? Then you're gonna be wishing that you never, took all of that fruit that you had in your backyard for granted. So I'm just like, man. And then even the person here, his wife, she's like, yo, you guys eat a lot of fruit. Can you guys take the fruit that you the scraps from the fruit, like the peelings and stuff, so we can feed it to the chickens? And I'm like, chickens eat fruit? Like, it is crazy, right? And my husband was like, so because your chickens eat fruit, doesn't that mean you're fruitarian? And we just all started bust out laughing because, like, you feed the fruit to the meat, but you don't eat the. It's absolutely insane to me, man. I am absolutely intrigued. Look at this ant. I am absolutely intrigued with how much abundance of the natural elements that are around me, and I encourage and I want to inspire everybody to come out, especially in the tropics, you know what I'm saying? Just because it is our natural environment, we don't thrive in places where it's cold. We don't like to be in places where it's cold. Everybody's like, even less melanated beings, they're like, no, I hate the cold. I hate the cold. We all do, because that's not the natural environment for a human. Humans belong in the most tropical place. You know what I'm saying? That's why we like tropical fruit punch. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when we come back to nature and we be one with nature in our proper environment, we can get the most conducive signals there is to us. You know, being in Babylon and being in nature, I mean, the signals are, you know what I'm saying, it's a buffer between the signal and you. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in the tropics, you got a straight, direct connection to you and what you are. You know what I'm saying? You start activating genes when you come out here and you sleeping in a tent, like me and my family. Carbonation, we sleep in a tent every single night. We're connected every single day, 24/7. I barely wear shoes, like, you know. We're always grounded. We're always eating fruit. We're always under the sun. We're always taking in the most oxygen we need. We're always drinking the purest water that we could find, you know, and that's how humans should live. We don't know what it's like to be humans anymore. So when you see me empty the pot like that, you're like, oh my God, what is she doing? You know, and that's just the most ignorant way of looking at life itself. You know, and I don't know, personally, this is what I want to do in my life anyway. I was like, if anybody know me from Babylon, when I decided to set my career up and stuff, I was like, yes, I'm gonna have a farm. I'm gonna grow food. Like, I'm not gonna have chickens. Like, people would ask me, are you gonna have chickens? Are you gonna have like cows and stuff? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have no animals. Not even, I don't need eggs. I don't want to eat eggs. Like, I was gonna have pure fruit and vegetables on my land, and it wasn't gonna be just no any type. And I'm still manifesting this, by the way, you know what I'm saying? And it's coming. I'm sorry I keep looking over here because the camera usually over there, but it's over there. But anyway, I'm still manifesting this, and I wasn't gonna have just any type of farm. I was gonna have all my vegetables, my trees, my fruit, everything. I was gonna have it like a Garden of Eden, literally. And I still believe that this could be done. A lot of people are like, you can't plant this next to this because this might overcome this. I'm like, you are crazy. Like, do you see anything separated in nature? Like, humans have created this illusion of separation within a mind on so many different levels, to the point where it's absurd that we even do this with but we do it with ourselves. So whatever we do with ourselves, we do with things outside of us. So I mean, it's crazy. But I was like, I'm gonna have everything together. I'm gonna have it as one, and I'm not just gonna sell. Like, I was gonna sell some of it because of course we have to survive in Babylon or whatever. But I was like, I'm going to sell some of it, but I'm not going to be one of those type of people that's going to be profitable to the point where I'm like taking over this and doing, like, you know, just being greedy. Like, I wanted to actually create a community. And then coming more into my higher consciousness, it took me to higher levels of consciousness to understand that, you know, you can't heal a sick person. But I'm going to go a little bit into that. But I want to create this village to where people who absolutely didn't have anything, like, I didn't want to target the people who were like coming along or whatever. I wanted to target people who absolutely didn't have anything to do with their lives, and I wanted to take them and actually have them work on my farm and house them for free. I was gonna like build tiny houses. I was gonna have like a sustainable type village commune. I called it a commune, a sustainable like commune or whatever, and have tiny houses. And my workers were gonna work for me on the farm, and they were gonna stay in the houses for free. You know what I'm saying? To just because it's like a give and take. You know what I'm saying? You give something and then you get something, basically. And I get something and then I give something. So that's how it was for me. Like, I didn't want to hire a worker and then just pay them and have them. No, I want, and then it's created something in my mind that actually gave people a better life. That's what I wanted to do. But that was my biggest goal. Like, that was my biggest goal. And I strived to do that, and nothing couldn't sway my mind until personal things happened in my life that I was already imbalanced within myself, and it started to manifest physically for me through my health, and I started to be very imbalanced with my health. And our bodies are indicators that something is wrong with us or in our lives if we are sick. And sickness is just imbalance within your life, you know what I'm saying? And it manifests through your body, because your body, you are your body. Everything that you have to learn is through your body. So when you're hurting, it's like, okay, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to figure out what's wrong so that you could get it right. So, and that actually propelled me and pushed me into my purpose of being here in Carver Nation, and taking what I already had in Babylon and transforming that into my actual purpose. You see what I'm saying? So I was trying to create my own thing, but it just all worked out for me to be here in Carver Nation. And the more I came up into a higher level of consciousness, when I met my husband, and he expanded my mind so much with a whole bunch of information, and activated my genes and stuff, I understood through him and learned through him that you can't heal somebody that's sick. You can't heal somebody that does not want to cure themselves. We as humans, we can't cure anybody else. We always talk about the doctor and what this person did with this herb and all foods and medicines and stuff like that just aid the symptoms of your imbalance, whatever you got going on in your life. And it's not really something that just popped up in your life. It's actually your thinking, what you're thinking. And everything is based off of the derivative of what you're thinking. So when you act out things, it's because of how you think, and when you react with certain people, it's because of how you think, and these people reflect you how you think. And so you can get imbalances from these people, and imbalance from your own thoughts and your own mind. You know what I'm saying? So once I understood that you can't heal a person that's imbalanced within themselves, that truly don't want to heal the imbalance themselves, then I can't do nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? I can only be a guide to them or a teacher to them, to talk to them and be like, hey, this is what you should do if you're trying to get here. You know what I'm saying? So we all have to take up our cross and walk. I wanted to, create this, I wanted to blaze a trail for people to just come walk through it without without the actual experience or the trial and tribulation that they needed to go through to actually become a human or become their greater self. So, and that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason, and I just still take into consideration, and I applaud myself for the mindset that I had in the moment of trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I, continue to carry throughout my journey. Even today, I still take that mindset and I carry it throughout my journey, so that I could continue to be the beacon of light for people when I get on the other side of this camera and speak to the world, to be that inspirational person that I want to be when I want to build that farm and build that community for people. So, giving back is major. You know what I'm saying? And that's essentially what humans want to do anyway. We want to give. We want to give. We want to give. But like I said, because we've been programmed by Babylon, we really truly don't know what to give anymore. We don't know how to give anymore. We always, if somebody do us dirty, we always take that and we equate that to everything. And then we push that onto other people that actually might be good for us in our lives. And then we actually push away the particles of ourselves that are actually conducive with us. You know what I'm saying? Or information that's actually conducive with us, because we don't want to trust nobody. And, we have this false image of what a leader should look like, or what a leader should be, or how a leader should sound, and we destroy ourselves in the end, So when you physically give back with your body, and that I'm gonna say that's the most number one ways to give back, is through your body to the earth. Because no matter what in life goes on with other people, or where you are, or what you're doing, you always are with nature. Period. It doesn't matter. You never leave nature, and nature never leaves you. Wherever you go, there you are. The nature of yourself is always there with you, and nature itself, the feminine and masculine divine part of yourself, balance, that God part of you, is still there all the time. It never leaves you. It always is going to be there. And if you're connected to that, then you're connected to everything. You're connected to yourself. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to yourself. You know what I'm saying? We have to give up this illusion of separation, because we always want to create this division between us and God. And, although, we are God in itself, the divine masculine and feminine energy balance. We are that as an expression of that also. Simultaneously experiencing ourselves to be able to experience being out in nature, experiencing me talking on the other side of this camera. And I'm thankful that I said that, because it just sparked that in my mind, because I remember I said that I wanted to address that. We always see nature and we say mother, 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 because we see we see a lot of expression within nature. We see plants growing, and it's very nurturing and stuff like that too. But if you switch that and you look real, like you get deeper and look deeper into nature, you will see that there are mathematical patterns everywhere, and that equates to the masculine energy. Masculine energy is logic, is order, is structure. You know what I'm saying? And without that, then you can't have the expression. You see what I'm saying? And you can't have the expression without the masculine. So we have to get out of this mindset of Mother Earth or Mother Nature. No, it's Father and Mother Nature, because without one you can't have the other. Period. And everything is fractal, because it's in humans. When you look at the anatomy of a human, you have a man and you have a woman, and without both of them together balanced, you cannot be in creation. You cannot create. Though you still can create conceptual and you still can create ideas and things that's like, I mean, you can still create, things outside of you with your mind, but you can't create life without the masculine and feminine energy balance. And that's what nature is, masculine and feminine energy balance. Please, everybody, start acknowledging the masculine energy. We already have fallen into a trap because of Babylon, or literally because of ourselves, to have our minds programmed to think that the masculine energy doesn't have nothing to do with nothing, like it's useless, and it's not. It's the foundation of life. You know what I'm saying? Just like the feminine energy, but we need both, and balance. It's all about balance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I really want to address that, because everybody be like, Mother Nature, Mother Nature. I'm like, you don't even know what nature is. Nature is the creative, controlling force of the universe. You know what I'm saying? It is the expression of the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's so beautiful when you really understand what nature is, because it's literally the universe expressing itself, just as I am the universe expressing itself in another form. It's just another form of the universe, and you have to be a part of that. You cannot be something else, because you are that. You are made up the molecular structure of the universe, and you can't be nothing but that. You know what I'm saying? That's another download. I really want to talk about that too, because people keep asking me like, how are you God? You know what I'm saying? Because they like, you said you were God, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I am God, because I can't be nothing but God, because I'm a expression of God. You know what I'm saying? I'm God and a piece of God through my astrological programming, experiencing me. I'm experiencing myself, and I want to enjoy my creation. I want to live in harmony with my creation. I don't want to destroy my creation and be disconnected from my creation, because that disconnects me from life. And that's not the life that I want to live this lifetime. And I encourage everybody to not want to live their life. Everybody should want to choose life. And if a person who wants to choose death, let the dead bury the dead. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So, it really inspired me. What really inspired me to do this video was the fact that, what happened with Prince Osiris yesterday, and they took his video down because of the pot or whatever like that. And you know, he is the most purest part of ourselves. Children are the most purest part of ourselves, to teach us as a part of ourselves in this moment in time, especially to deprogram us from the Babylon way of life, because children do naturally what they are designed to do. They are more of the ether. When they're more younger, they're more of the ether. They're going to do more of what they're naturally supposed to do. So when you see a kid, he's just running around without a diaper on, he's going to poop right on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to eat fruit. They're going to pick fruit before they pick bread or before they pick meat. And you've seen this happen before. So we need to start learning from our children and stop demising them, and you know, making have this misconception in our brains that we can't learn from them because they're younger than us or something. Like, it's just absolutely absurd to me. Every time I look at Osiris, I learn something new from him, because he's more of the ether. You know what I'm saying? So that was just very profound for me to get on camera and actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop making it seem like what's actually human is wrong. Everything that we're not supposed to be doing, we're doing. And everything that we are supposed to be doing, we're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And now is the time to come back to that. And if you're on the wave, then be on the wave. Get on the wave. It's time to get up and start moving. Y'all seen that they had shut the government down, whatever they did with the passport. You could get your electric bill, but you can't get your passport? Oh, hell no. That blew my mind. I was like, you could get your electric bill and pay your electric bill, but you can't get your passport to leave Babylon. That was, if y'all let that go over y'all head, oh, you'll deserve it. Because that was a sign. And I was like, you know what? I hope people take heed, and I hope that people, you know, start getting their stuff together so they could start leaving. You know what I'm saying? You cannot survive in Babylon. I'm telling you, you can't do it. You won't be able to do it. You already need fossil fuel that's destroying the earth to keep you sustainable in Babylon. You might as well get to a place in the earth like the tropics, like we're already supposed to be, that we are already conducive with. That's already, a system is already set up, which is nature, for us to thrive as humans. You see what I'm saying? I love myself, you know? And I don't know. I'm very inspired to do this video today because I cried that day for nature. I was like, I wish y'all could have like been there. I cried for nature that day, like, and the time before I cried for nature. I was like, we gotta get it together. I gotta get this together. So now I'm just a helping hand, a reaching hand to pull the ones, you know, out of the dust and into the flames so that you can join life, you know. Be life. Want to live life, you know. Don't want to live death. But you can only do what your astrological energy is capable of you, or set up for you to do in this lifetime. And then, I mean, we all serve a purpose in life, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I encourage everybody to make a decision today. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many videos do we have to keep doing for you to, let's make a decision. Let's go. It's been a whole year in February since I've been out here. Like, and it's getting better and better and better, you know? We have to start making decisions. We can't, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You're not granted tomorrow. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Stop thinking that you know. Stop getting in the way of God's plan. Because if you get in the way of God's plan, you're gonna be laughed at by the universe, by God. And then, you know, carbonation is just gonna be sitting there like, we was trying to tell you. Come on, like we was sending out the broadcast, we were sending out the signal. So today is the day to actually make the decision. If you don't want to make the decision, I still encourage you to make the decision today. Make the decision not to do it today, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But everybody should be moving towards that, you know, sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I am so grateful for all the support that I have gotten in the room. I love myself. I appreciate everybody. And share the video. Until next time.